him. And it's funny because I got I want to say put on, but I was on
He was
Facebook.
he was the one who gave us the report when they said they was about to send some motherfucking wham wham over to them about Black Panther, right? He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like on the front of the reporting on that.
yeah,
The guy you talking about?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I know you're talking about. I was gonna make sure I'm on the same page with
yeah. So it's funny. So back in, I probably got put on to you back in, I want to say about 2020, and it's kind of crazy because my dad had died in August, and you kind of look like him a little bit. You got kind of that
you.
same I gotta put it like the speech, like y'all got that same type of voice, like it's like kind of low, but it's very impactful. Like when you talk, like it ain't no playtime type situation. So I kind of gravitated towards that. And then just the stuff you were speaking on, it was kind of related to the things I was going through, should I say. Um, so like my dad died probably a week before his birthday, because his birthday was August 18th, and
My
I actually
father,
went.
August 21st.
Yours August 21st.
My father.
Your file, see. So I actually went to Kenya that year to go to the mountain uh, of August 2020, and there was a
That's
lot
the
of
real holy mountain. The fake holy mountain is in the Middle East,
right,
and they call that one Mount Zion too.
right.
But it's the mountain from the imposters.
But that's the one in Israel. You saying that's the imposters?
That's where the imposters came in. The Mount Kenya is the real holy mountain. Them motherfuckers up there got the real keys to the motherfucking conjure.
Right,
They can manipulate the energy faster than most of these machines. You up there dealing with the real masters. That's where the Egyptian priesthood studied with them.
right. Yep. So that's basically what I've been on, just trying to help spread the message, spread your message. Free Larry Hoover. Um, free all the chiefs of the land. Uh, and I've been on the same type time everybody else. That understand what's going on, trying to get the information together. I've been trying to work on getting my genealogy together because I got people in my family that spoke on one of my great grandmoms. She spoke on how we had native lineage, but it's kind of cut off. Just trying to get back and talking to certain people.
So, we got some invites to do. Food all on my face. We got some invites to do, and then we're gonna get into the video. I got a couple people. I got guests coming in, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna do my first invites, and then I'm gonna pull the guests in. I selected the title "Reviewing the Roots of the Work." The roots of the work is basically another way of saying cash in the receipt. The roots of the work is at the core of it. What did you do? Okay, so I just named it that. It seemed kind of appropriate for who we have as guests because we dealing with the Haitian Revolutionary Conjuring, the closing of it, right? So I'm bringing you a research and what it do, Teddy? We gonna take this from there.
Peace and blessings, Alafia. Peace and blessings, everyone. How y'all doing tonight?
Man, I love the shit out that hat, man.
Man, I appreciate. I've been getting some crazy reviews on it, especially in Mississippi.
Yeah, they
A hat place. They gave me a bunch of hats and asked me to do some of their hats now. So that's kind of funny. How you doing, guy? How you doing?
for them to ask you that, it's the reason that they ain't just ask you just to be asking you. So y'all got to pay attention because he done went back to the Holy Land, the real Holy Land, and these hats all mean something different. He got on the top hat, So when you went down there, they was looking at you as the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter is one of the brothers that to come to tear shit up. Because you know who wear the top hat.
Yeah.
The Baron wear the top hat.
Yeah.
Leather wear the top hat. Right? And sometimes Ogun wear the top hat. But when you wear that top hat, yeah. So they probably thought you was the Mad Hatter that gave you all them hats.
Everywhere I go, you know, I don't take credit for nothing. Bobby Hemmett was the one that initially put me on it. Hold on, before we do anything else, I noticed you're live. Whenever you're ready. But
stop. Do what you're doing. I gotta follow through with that. That's a call from the ancestors for y'all that don't know.
I stay. For all the known and unknown ancestors, for all the known and unknown revolutionaries, teachers that have been teaching us from Dr. George Washington Carver, Bobby Hemmett. There's so many more, but I always want to say something. We got to show love to our ancestors and all the great teachers, known and unknown. I say. And most definitely respect to you, OG, for the knowledge you're putting out there for us. The Phoenix, who's going to be on here shortly. I say. I'm sorry, what we saying now?
Oh, you good. We going into what you own. Well, I was going into a little bit of the topic because I named it reviewing roots out of work. You know, when you work the conjure, they call it working the root. Right. So, what everybody, all of the people that keep accusing me of casting conjures don't know how dumb they sound. I came to make the motherfuckers who had open conjures close that shit. Why would I open one up at the close of the age, which is an asinine thing to do? So that lets you know that they don't even know what the fuck they talking about.
Or option two, they agents. I've noticed something. I've been noticing a lot of people being in the live don't really be for it. But it's a trillion things you could be doing while you're here unless you're an agent. So some people, they just try to just talk. People don't even have knowledge anymore. You just talk to hear something talk. You know what I'm saying? And they missing everything. Sometimes with the word, like they getting caught up in messages, they getting caught up in all this. But you just find you something to do. You know what I'm saying? Ever since what you asked me to do, I did it. And when I did it, I can tell you for myself, for my business, for my family, things change immediately. I can't go into like paraphrasing it in 5 minutes, but when I tell you, I was just walking through communities and people were just acting real different to me, whether they've seen any of my videos or not. They were just responding to me different. When I went to New Orleans, it wasn't 5 minutes. You can ask anybody. It wasn't 5 minutes into New Orleans, but people approached me like, "Yo, pop the trunk. We want whatever you got." You see what I'm saying? When I go to Mississippi, the white folks open the door for me. How can we help you, sir? You know what I'm saying? So what you said came true, and we just got to get back into our rituals. And tonight is a powerful, powerful full moon. I think that we let so many full moons and eclipses pass us. I'm not saying that you're supposed to utilize every single one of them, but we really need to start tapping into our rituals more. And what you did to help me, and the rituals you was explaining to me, and I did it. I saw immediate results. No cap, no lie, no pun intended. So appreciation.
In order to be able to move that energy, you had to be spiritually strong, so to speak. Your rank high in the spirit. Your spiritual essence strong. You're gonna see immediate results. And then they wouldn't have had you put in the work you did 200 years ago, right? Or 250 years ago, if they thought you wasn't going to be able to close it out now.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? So when everybody is called, they can't use half-assers. When you finna do something this big, you can't use half-assers. The only thing the half-assers can do is half-ass their way out the way. Because they only in the way. So now, when you know, that's why I keep reiterating it over and over. All of the masters you read about in the books is back.
I see.
They all back. Every last one of them. They back.
And you know what's funny? In the prophecies, all those prophecies, they're saying the exact same thing. They're coming back. They're coming this. I was on the phone with I'm in out here in New Orleans with Sister Jada. I'm out in Mississippi now, but she was saying that if you look at these prophecies, I ain't gonna say too many words because my Facebook just got banned for saying too much. But all of them saying the same thing, that the ones that are prophesizing in these prophets' names or these so-called prophets' names are gonna be the real ones. That's what they say in the Quran. That's what they say in the Torah. That's what they say in the Bible. And there'll be a time where the prophet Yahshua will say, "None of y'all. I don't know none of y'all." And this was only but 2,000 years ago. So who was he talking about? Like clearly he's saying, I don't know nothing. So I don't try to debate with none of these people. I don't try to explain nothing because we're trying to debate. It's not intelligent to debate with the ones that they're saying are the agents. The Quran specifically said that the desert Arab is the worst Muslim.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying?
The Bedouins, the word that they use for desert Arab in the translation is Bedouin. Muhammad said the Bedouin is the worst of the unbelievers. Because they stand in your face and say, yes, we believe.
And in their heart, they don't. Hey. Oh, until you own it. Yeah, that's our deep right now.
Yeah. He say, but they shirk.
I say
they hypocrites.
Hypocrite.
They bearing false witness. They are kafarun, considering what they know to be true. The munafiqun. Right? So they be having motherfuckers cute. Like they had Salman Rushdie, they stabbed him 30 years later. They couldn't find him because he was hiding from them. 30 years later, he doing the live speech. I think he was over here somewhere in the States, probably New York, and they stabbed him. The same motherfuckers that's calling you a hypocrite is being hypocritical. Now make this shit make sense. They say they follow the sunnah of the prophet, but it looked like they sooner or later following some shit that nobody ain't telling them to follow, including the prophet. Now, whenever they need a hadith so they can justify some bullshit, they're going to make one up and say it was from a trustworthy source. Well, why ain't nobody ever read this motherfucker?
Well, the thing is, they weren't expecting us to read in period. That's the thing. A lot of stuff you can read, the numbers, the timelines, everything else is right there in our face. We don't do, like you said, the due diligence of reading and trying to comprehend what's really putting out there. Even when we talk about this, Kanye's right. It's deeper than just saying Kanye's right. It's deeper than just the little thing they wear in their head. It's deeper than the little fake sideburns. Who did it better? You know, I'm not trying to compare myself or put myself on the scale with none of them. That's a copy of a copy, which ain't never gonna come out right. You feel me? I'm trying to tap into. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to tap into. Well, everybody's trying to ignore the esoteric part or saying like that's something. I just feel like, even like I said, going back to this, that's something about the hypocrite on us. You know what I'm saying? And when you were talking about the feds versus the feds versus the feathers, and it's just certain things I put together. Now, with what we know now, there's certain stones I wouldn't like. All that sacrifice shit, that shit is dead. All that damn getting rid of the poor righteous teachers, or that this ain't that age for that. They had their age, but vice versa.
The declaration been made. No longer shall the righteous suffer for the indignations of the wicked. You can no longer offer the blood of the righteous to redeem you from your wickedness. Enlil accept that shit. Inky, I9, nor 2 Hootie accept that shit. Right? So Inky and I9 are leaving after the coronation. Enlil punk asses are indisposed. Right? So that just leaves Tahuti here. Off. And he not accepting no motherfucking sacrifices. You won't sacrifice the righteous blood because under the old law, the righteous blood should not be spilled in vain. But under the new law or under the new regime, the rule is no longer shall the righteous suffer for the indignation of the wicked. Every motherfucker that do the dirt shall reap the harvest of the dirt they done themselves. They shall not pawn it off on another. That's where I'm at with it. So if they want to push it off on somebody else, you can try it. That shit definitely gonna backfire in multiples of 1,000 because it's been declared at the beginning of the new age. The Aquarian age is not an age where we're gonna be accepting blood sacrifices of the righteous, and that's just the way it is. And anybody who's planning on being here need to learn that and learn it quick.
I think the ones that gonna know they're the ones that's gonna know. Commenting, yeah, but yeah, OG, I know we had a couple things on currency. I say, all hail SikApe, all hail SikApe. I'm saying, guys.
It ain't until the soul get here.
I'm saying.
Look, you see, I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All hail SikApe. I know tonight I wanted to speak on the a couple things. One of the things is I'm in Mississippi. I'm not really on Mississippi on a social visit per se, or because family they got some other stuff going on in Mississippi. So I'm gonna throw this out here. Yeah, I'm doing some. I just went to the Mississippi River the other day, did a little thing. I'm trying to upgrade some ways of thinking. And I'm throw this out here real quick. We got 216 people plus ourselves, right? I'm throw this out here right now. When we fight in this law system, we not fighting with words no more. We ain't fighting with hands, none of that. We fighting with these herbs. And I'm throwing this as free gems, free money. Like people charge you for this. Black mustard seed and black poppy seed. Black mustard seed, black poppy seed. That seal in every courtroom, that seal on every badge. If you keep black mustard seed and poppy seed every time, keep it closed tight. But every time you see that, you throw it. If you go into the courthouse and just try it, black mustard seed, black poppy seed, take it into the courts and throw it in the courts. You will fuck up that whole turbulence. Don't take my word for it. Case 0146. But I had to come down here because they just killed another child. And that's just I'm from Gulfport. That's normal. I ain't about to get out there and talk too much about it because I'm from Gulfport. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Florida, but I was raised in Gulfport, so we know what it's hitting for. They do this every couple of years because we down here with something called the Dixie Mafia. And the Dixie Mafia is it is what it is. Like I say, because we didn't know what we know now. I got too much juju for them now, and that's why they don't want to come back to Mississippi. But that's why I'm here. I'm hollering at some big mamas, talking to them. I'm hollering at some strong brothers and sisters or whatever, all the way back and forth to New Orleans. And I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, Florida, New Orleans, Mississippi, all that was one, and it still is one if we want to take it back to that. Because like I said, we never surrendered, and as you see, we not dead. So
I really want to. They stole my
Right,
land, but I
let
keep
me
seeing
just
it
say
every time I
also,
look out the window.
right. So, but I'm gonna say this, kind of like I think I was telling y'all, you have to understand and understand. Right now, they desperate, right? So I was talking to OG, and I was telling him earlier today, everything that you have been speaking out, and I went back and I've been watching your videos since 2018. It's all coming to fruition. Like the receipts is receipting. Like anybody saying, well, where the receipts? The receipts is in the news every day. So it's already been game over. And I mean, this is on a global scale. So whether it's been OG Rod, whether it's Divine Insight, whether it's been colleague, whoever it is that you can listen to or follow, all of the information is coming through. So, and it's and like me, obviously, I'm from an astrologer galactic level. So to me, when I'm looking at stars, I read it like a newspaper. So they're trying to do different things, like he said, because they used to the old ways where they could do blood sacrifices and the shit ain't working. And they not understanding and they fighting for their life, but the fight over. And like today, obviously, was the blood moon lunar eclipse. They even tried to plan and push back. But you see what's happening in Brazil. If you haven't been saying what's happening in Brazil, that's an Oshun pool down there, what's going on in Brazil. You see a hurricane coming in and get ready to come through in Florida. That's from Oshun Yemiya, Mommy Water Pool. If you over here and you see, the energy that's going on, all of this stuff is galactic. And what you understand, the house of Taurus is the house of financial security, stability, and finance. And what it is it hits Uranus. So if you know what Uranus is, the great awakener, the sudden change. And Taurus is about structure. I don't want to move. I don't want to go nowhere. What it's saying, I don't give a fuck what you want. This shit is moving, it's going, this shit is done, it's over. And Scorpio coming in to knock it out. And it hits the opposing of the sun, which is the over planet, masculine energy, Mercury, communication, and the south node, which is the direction you are to go no more. So it opposes all of that. And so where Uranus and where Taurus is the north node, which is the direction we are to go. And it also was hitting as far as in the moon. And then Uranus is the great awakening. So it's saying I'm having a whole electric, and it's almost like a double contundra, really almost a triple. So you got an eclipse, which is and a full moon, which is double, and it shows shaking shit up. They don't know what to do. And like I was kind of telling y'all, from March 7th, because just like we got natal charts, America, or really it's Britain, because we know that they're all colonies, has their natal chart too. The day that they claim their birth is coming to fruition, and their fruition and their chart is hitting on March 7th, 2023, and March 23rd, 2023, with the Pluto in Aquarius and Saturn in Pisces return. What that means basically is all that shit is done. That Pluto Aquarian shit ain't happened. This ain't no once every 3 years, like when you say, oh, Mercury in retrograde, my stuff is messed up, I can't. No, this is, I'm shutting all your shit down, like over.
Okay.
And that's why the money system's gone. That's why that 10-foot wall that went up in the Federal Reserve. That's why when you say DC is permanently closed, this shit is permanently motherfucking closed. This bitch ain't opening up. I don't even know why. It's CGI. This shit is not real.
Phoenix, what day did we switch into Taurus?
Well, we're actually in Scorpio, but we switched to Taurus. That Taurus is in April, but I'm saying from the eclipse energy, this is, because when you have
I'm just trying to slow you down so the people that's watching, because I was keeping up, but I was saying, because it was kind of hard for me to keep up. So when it's hard for me to keep up, I got to slow you down. It's because a lot of the people be like, what's he talking about? So the energy that we read,
Okay,
It's,
so the paper we reading is when you could say basically the energy we moved in is when Scorpio season started. So that's when these eclipses, and really actually it kind of started moving in April when we started moving to the Taurus Scorpio eclipses. That's when this energy really
okay,
started.
when you say Taurus Scorpio eclipses, can
Mhm.
you explain that a little bit?
So eclipses, in layman's terms, is beginnings and endings. It's when you have the sun, so the solar energy, and the moon. I'm trying to put it in layman's terms. Basically, it's eclipses, it's portals, openings, gateways, doorways. So if you have anybody used to listen to Divine Insight, when you say rainbows are portals or gateways or openings, that's astrologically. We know that we're not just on Earth. Like, we know beings is in here. So they're here. Like, I don't know no other way to say it. Like, they are here. And the portal.
Right, we already got that. I'm trying to get them get you slow down enough for the people to be able to keep track with when the energy shifted, how the energy what does it mean when it's shifted? What do it look like in the 3D? So I was just taking you step by step.
Okay,
So we going into Taurus, Scorpio eclipses, and now we have a eclipse and the blood moon on the same
mm-hmm.
in